Welcome back, you guys. It's Naomi Mack with Sweet Candor TV, and today we're here with Kelechi.
Hey, how we doing?
We're doing really good. How you doing right now?
I'm doing great. We had a great show last night.
Yes.
We did Bar 3, which is kind of like a concert series that we got going. So that was the third one. Today we're at the video shoot for Reaching. My single right now, Reaching, featuring Stdrd James. So.
Yes. I'm telling you, that concert last night, it was full of energy. Everybody came out to, like, I've never seen the music room that packed. Like, I haven't. And he had the crowd going crazy. Like, the engagement was on point, everything. So you have a pretty good following here. You're from here.
Yeah, I'm from Atlanta. I'm from Marietta, like the north side. Yeah, last night was amazing. It was cool. The energy was great. We worked really hard making sure we put as much into getting people to the show as we do putting on the show, because it's just as important. You know, you don't want to work hard on the show and have no one be there. Exactly. So yeah, we work really hard. We don't just post a picture on Instagram and say come to my show. We really care about people seeing the work we put in. So.
And you mean Stdrd, right? Tell me a little bit about Stdrd. For those that don't know, what is Stdrd?
So the Stdrd is my brand, crew, collective, just a group of like-minded individuals started by myself and Faye. Got my brother Yukon managing, and Domo and Puckett and Thelma. We're just a group of people who are trying to push the standard of music in Atlanta and further, just push the boundaries of what people think is possible, what people think of our city, what people think of, people who look like me, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, and that's what the Stdrd is. It's just pushing the standard forward. Yeah.
Nice. So you have a new project coming out, a new album that everybody's been kind of waiting on for a long time, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Yes, we are. It's before the quarter. So tell me a little bit about that title. Why'd you choose that title for the album?
So I had a plan. I put out a EP called the Loose Change EP, and it was kind of like some loose songs that I put together to package so that I could have something out and people could listen to. And that was kind of like my first offering to the world. So it was like Loose Change, and my next project, the plan was to have Quarter Life Crisis after that. And that was the album I was working on. And then, we came up on this partnership with Mountain Dew and Green Label. We came up on that, and the project that was gonna be Quarter Life Crisis kind of changed, and the idea became different, when Dew and Green Label was collaborating with us, the Stdrd. So I decided to make that kind of like the prequel to Quarter Life Crisis. Okay. So that's why it's kind of before the quarter. It has a couple meanings. It's before the Quarter Life Crisis. It's before the quarter, so it's like a warm up, like what you do before the first quarter. Before the money, so change, like quarter. So there's a lot of things, and plus change. I kind of have a lot of loose flowing metaphors. So yeah. Nice.
So you didn't just come up on this opportunity. You actually won the opportunity to work with Green Label. How was that experience? Like, what did you have to do to win that, and how has it been funding you this far?
So Green Label had a contest, and they heard one of my records, liked it.
Which record was that?
Want. It was a song that I did like end of 2014, end of 2013 actually. So it was out for a long time, and then they heard it, wanted to. At first it was kind of just going to be like winning a contest, but then they realized how much I cared about everything, and it became more of a collaboration between our brand and their brand, and we're kind of moving forward more of a partnership now. So that's what it ended up turning into.
So last night at the show, I remember you doing a couple songs that really stood out to me. The first one was All Right. Is that your favorite song that's going to be on the album?
All Right is definitely my favorite song that I've done thus far, right now.
Wow.
Yeah, it's my favorite song, and the reason being because it's a very simple sentiment. It's just convincing someone you care about that things are going to be okay, and that's it. But
for you, how was that personal story? I want to know, behind that, what made you write that story? And it's for your mother, right?
It's for my mom, and like we're kind of going through some things at home, and like because it's such a simple thing, you almost want to repeat that to someone. So it's like it's all right, and it's a comfort thing, but it's also fun. You know what I'm saying? It was a really warm record, and I worked really hard on it, like instrumentation wise and production wise. A lot of live instruments on it, and bass, and a whole choir and everything, to kind of support that idea of trying to convince someone that it's going to be okay, and bringing someone to play the piano to convince them it's going to be okay, and bringing on a choir. Like, all of us are telling you it's going to be okay. Like that's what I'm trying to do with that song.
Yeah, that was so amazing though, because not only, you know, could we tell in production wise, but just like the fact that you made the audience the choir. Like, I just think that was an amazing thing to do, to get us involved and to really just make us feel part of the experience with you. So it's not, you know, like you kept saying, this is about y'all.
Exactly.
So I love that.
Look, performing to me, and I don't know how other artists feel, it's a totally selfless act to me.
That's how it should be.
Because I feel like, you know, like, you can't perform to nobody, you know? And if I have something that I want to say, there have to be ears to hear it. So for me, when I perform, I make sure that the crowd knows that they're the most important piece, you know what I'm saying? They're the choir, they're the audience, but they're the performer, you know, and I just give it to them. And if you give it to them selflessly, they'll give it back. And that's what makes it a community, and we all, you know.
That's so true. And in this industry a lot, and I've even had to check myself sometimes too, growing up, you know, as an artist. Like, really, it's a mindset that people have where it's just like, oh, me first, I gotta do what I gotta do to get to the top, and it's just like, we gotta work together.
and that's how we work with everything, you know, with putting together songs. It's like, I'm rapping, I'm front and center, my name's on it, my face might be on the flyer, but when it comes down to it, there's always more than one person involved in any project, whether it be a song, a show, or whatever. So make it a group project, make it a community thing, and, you know, it'll come together well.
And so you've had some recent really well success. I mean, I know you've been on Sway. How was that experience for you? Did you just gain more confidence, or like, what was that like for you?
Sway was amazing. That's like a dream for a lot of artists. So that's a stepping stone. It's cool, we got it, but it's like it wasn't, but not in a way that like we want to get jaded, but it's just like we don't. My brother says this: we don't dwell on the victories, we don't dwell on the losses. You know, we just cool. That was dope. That was good. On to the next. So, but Sway was amazing. It was cool, and I wanted to make my presence known and let people know what we had going on. So,
do you feel like? Because how long have you been doing music?
That's such a weird question. It's a weird question because like under like Kelechi as my real name / rap name, like 2 years.
Okay.
But I've been recording music since the end of my 7th grade year. So like,
what do you mean recording music? Oh, you mean like just?
I've been recording like myself and making songs since I was like 14. Okay. So like 10 years.
Like professional years, that was just
yeah, I count the professional time as like 2 years. Yeah, once I started understanding how like the industry and how everything works, give it a good 2 years. But like I've been at it. I've been recording and making songs for like 10 years.
Was there a reason why you decided to stick with your name as your artist name? Or, you know, people usually like to get those artist egos with like the Kid K or something, you know what I'm saying? Like, what?
I went through a period where, well, first of all, I thought of my rap name when I was 14, you know? So I was like, I'm not this anymore. I was 14, and, you know?
What was your rap name when you were 14? He tried not to give us that information. Nope, what was it?
It was Submit. Okay. Submit. And yeah, it wasn't bad. It was really hard to Google. You can't Google it. But you know, like I was making these songs and they were going further and further away from that, but they were becoming more of who I was. It's like, I don't need a rap name. It's just myself, Kelechi. So it's my real name, rap name, same thing.
And I think that's what I loved most about your music, is I really felt like I was getting to know who you were. And I think that's the whole point of art in any sense, whether it's acting, whether it's, you know, rapping, singing, like really, and when you're writing your own stuff, like really sharing your experiences and your stories in your music, so making it personal. So, wow. Well, great. I think you definitely have a bright future ahead of you. Other than, you know, we got the music video shoot that we're literally at right now. Other than this video, and I saw the trailer for Before the Quarter. It was super dope. How much creative control do you have over stuff like that?
I have a lot of creative control. We kind of, as the standard, we all have input, you know. I might have the first and final say, you know, I might bring something to us. We all mold it, figure out how we're able to do it.
And you produce as well.
Yeah, I produce too. I'm moving more towards co-production right now. Okay. So getting beats from like artists and being like, this is a great idea, and then kind of switching this up, and you know. But I mean, I still definitely making all my beats and stuff, or making some of my beats. But yeah, creative control is super important. Even with this shoot that we're at now with Complex and Green Label, like they came to me, and that's why I'm saying it's such a collaboration. Like I came up with the concept and like of the palette of how I wanted it to look, and then they figured out the logistics and wrote up a treatment. So it's collaborative.
Right.
Yeah.
So I know what was that? Next week, next Tuesday, Wednesday, you'll be going to North Carolina, and you're gonna be what? Chance the Rapper. Like, this is one of my favorite rappers. Like, this guy right here is opening up for him. So, what else are you working on? You got that coming up. Where can everybody follow you? Keep up with you.
Yeah. So we got Riley and Charlotte next week. And after that, we should have a date for Before the Quarter very, very soon.
Yes,
it's done. The album's done. So we'll have a release date for that, and then we'll be moving forward with that. But yeah, you can follow me at Kelechi. So KELECHIEF, Kelechi. SoundCloud, Instagram, Snapchat, everything. That's what it is.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Well, make sure you guys check this guy out. We have somebody repping Atlanta that is high quality, so make sure you stay tuned. Again, it's Naomi Mack, Kelechi from Stdrd, signing out on Sweet Candor TV. Talk to you soon.
When you blow up, everybody start reaching, leeching. Answer to your question ever since I crossed over, man. We talk about practice, what you're preaching. I went from every host D-list to please give me the D-list. And every conversation as of recent. Conversation constipated till they figure I'm a beat.